Well, here it is. The first day of school. I already forgot how to brush my hair. Actually, I just didn't brush my hair. You know what's funny? Is this is with a bobby pin in it. I don't think there's much of a difference. I'm just gonna take that out. I'll fix it. Anyway, hi. Welcome. 2024, 2025. It's the beginning. So, let's talk really quickly. I have some new developments. First one being, I do not have a student teacher. Because I am not full-time, unfortunately, that's not going to work with my state. The student teacher needs to be full-time, and unfortunately my schedule just does not line up with anyone else's, so they can't even split the time for the student teacher between my room and another room. So, unfortunately, no student teacher. Boo. Another large development. I am teaching preschool this year. Surprise! Please drop all of your preschool tips below, because this is my first time teaching preschool. I worked as a para for 1 year when I moved with my husband, and I worked as a para for preschool. That is the extent of my preschool experience. So obviously not a lot, but yeah, so those are the two biggest developments. You guys already knew about my switch from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't have my duty schedule yet, so my classroom schedule is kind of solidified, but not enough that I can actually like write it down and write it in marker. It's all in pencil. So I want to really quickly take you through a classroom tour before we get going. Okay, so let's do that. All right, first things first, when you come in the room, this is my line for kids to line up. We have my recycle, the trash, and also my student center of sweeping, the sanitizer, the tissues. This is all storage and towels when we go outside to do art. If the grass is wet in the morning, it's just for the kids to sit on. This will be changing how it looks in a little while. This is my door. The screen is down because I know people are here. I don't want to see them yet. My turn-in bins. Here I have some blocks. Just a kneeling pad. It's just an accommodation. This is my free choice area. So this is my light bright. If you saw last year, you saw me painting this, and here are golf pegs, and it's a multicolored pack, but the golf pegs you just take out and you put in. Ta-da! Underneath is some seating, as well as this. This section isn't necessarily open yet, so that's why I'm okay with these being here right now. They will need to find a new home eventually. My choice bins, they have the number of how many people can be using that bin at a time. I have some free draw or goose paper, good on one side paper, so paper that is either oddly sized or there's something on one side, maybe from a project, and we didn't use it. We have whiteboards, clipboards. These are all how to draw books for right now. These are also if we have to evacuate to off-site, I can grab one of these and bring it with us. There's some more how to draw books down here and just some reading books, book buddies when you're reading, and like whiteboard, marker, clean off. Yeah, just all early finisher stuff. My calm corner. So there's my calm corner routine. You stay in the chair, you choose one fidget, set the visual timer, and then you rejoin the class. I have some just positive things to look at while you're sitting here. This is just a bath mat, but I found the kids really like to run their fingers through it. I like to run my fingers through it, so kids can choose to either sit or run their fingers through it. It's their choice. My color changing light from IKEA that I got many years ago, probably 4 now, I think. This is my student gallery wall. Obviously, it's empty right now, but I put one of mine up here, of my 2 cats, George and Teddy. Yes, self-explanatory. These are my storage bins for classes. So each class will have, make sure I don't have any children's names here. They have their folders here. Eventually the folders will go in here. That's also where the sketchbooks go. So sketchbooks will go in here in their bins, and then I leave them out here for whoever's class I have that day. These are kindergartens, which is why they're not labeled yet. That was an undertaking. So yeah, this is where I will keep their projects. This is just some fun things. This is entirely made out of wood, very fine pieces of wood. My little Bob Ross that one of my kids 2 years ago got me. I think he's dead. Yeah, he's dead, but he is still cute. Up here, and I have my ART, which is what we're going over today, and also Think Before You Speak, one of my air purifiers. And if kids are wondering what we're going to be getting into, I have color up here. This is a hint. My artist ABCs all the way across the bottom there. My whiteboard. This is my ghost squirrel. So in my first classroom, I had a squirrel that unfortunately passed away in the walls, and it made my room stink for weeks until it had decomposed enough that it wasn't a problem anymore. So now we have ghost squirrel. And we like to say ghost squirrel likes to perform tricks, and so he loses papers or puts your pencil on the floor. He will steal your markers, things like that. The kids love it. We got a real hoot out of it. This board will have project examples on it. Right now it has my schedule, so I'm not getting too close, which is just in pencil because, again, it's not for sure. My smart board, it's currently off right now because I won't be using it for another 2 hours. My dock camera, this is my example for kindergarten. One of my computers, this is just my PC. This one is not hooked up to the screen. This one is actually different. The one that is hooked up to the PC is the Mac. So, because otherwise I have kids that get really close and want to just watch the screen. And then I can't do anything right here. So I put it on the other side so that, yeah. Just my little board. It's going to have some pictures and such up there. Right now I just have a map of Michigan, my home, butterfly, keep calm and teach art. These are my 2 desk areas. They each sit 10 kids, which is good because a lot of my classes have 20, so I can fit perfect amount at both. Or if I have a friend that just needs a smaller space, we have that too. Oh, the wheelie chair is for the parapros that are in my classroom. They get the special seat, being the extra adult in the room, which, now that I've said that, I need to move this so that I don't have kids playing in it. Because that's what was happening during open house, so stand by. Oof. Thank you for standing by. I have my bins, which kids will be using today for their scavenger hunt paper, which is up here. Just a map of the classroom, and then they have to find the things, and it will go in their sketchbook or in their folder, because I'm tired of kids asking me, where do I find this? Where do I find this? Like, they haven't been in here for 3 years. Anyway, so let's come back here. Got my 3 drying racks. Usually we only use the 2, but the red one works really well if I'm doing something in a different part of the room. Sink area. My hall pass. 4th and 5th graders have to take the hall pass to go to the bathroom. Sorry, they just do. My closet is actually looking fairly organized. Pretty good for me, actually. Tape from my order did come in. Everything else from my order has not yet come in, so that's why you haven't seen that video yet. Sink area. Notice I don't have paper towels here. I don't know why, but I don't. So I have this, but I don't generally use these. Actually, kids will use one of the Scrub Daddies, or these are for cleaning When they're dirty, you put them in here. I take them home and wash them. And then to dry are these over here. Glue, I have to fill these today in anticipation for the next project. This needs to move. This was just dropped off to me. Cart that has my blocks on it. I still haven't found a good home for it, but mostly because I don't have that space open yet. So yeah, these are empties. I'm required to keep that in this room, otherwise it would find a different home. Empties. This has fabric in it. I think both of them actually do. Empties, collage stuff, paint shirts, cleaning supplies, paper chopper, IEPs and such all go in here. Obviously, this is not a space that, like, if a kid is over here, I'm gonna know it. One, because this is see-through, and two, because why are you back here? So kids don't go back here. You'll notice this, the do not enter. I have one right up there as well. And I have used those since, I don't even know. Well, I used it in middle school. And yeah, it just tells kid, don't go in there. Works really well. Found it works really well. Oops, that's some dusties on there. Okay, we got under here, we have, what do we have? We have toothpicks, elbow macaroni, miscellaneous wood pieces and dowels, craft sticks, origami paper, miscellaneous size paper, miscellaneous size paper, miscellaneous size paper. The only difference is they're sorted. Like this is sticker paper. This is construction paper that's been laminated. These are construction paper, white paper, and like I said, origami paper. Craft supplies like feathers, envelopes. So when we are going to be doing collage here, they're going to get envelopes, which actually I'll just get that out now to put those in there. Miscellaneous craft supplies, yarn bits, empty. My roll a face / roll a house, the tiny colored pencil pieces, and the markers that are destined for Staples drop off. Things I will need for our first few projects, things that I made copies on: ink dabbers, hole punches, binder clips. Coming to the other side, we have my tissue paper, those books that I still have not gone through because I don't care right now, air dry clay, painted paper in small, large sizes, and that bottom one is just roll paper, like a whole roll of paper. This is all printmaking supplies. I have some full items here minus the quick sticks, but these are items that are still full. We haven't gotten into them, so I'm leaving them there. What is in here? Oh, thread. This is a sculpture project for kindergarten. Markers, you know, the dealio. The only thing that's in here is paper, just the 9x12 paper. Books that I may want, extra folders for new kiddos today. Yep. Extra bins, square pieces of paper specifically. We have foam pieces, ribbon, and other miscellaneous craft, sticky notes, bins that I still need to go through, square scrapbooking paper. This is also specialty paper up here, so rice paper, specialty printmaking paper, etc. I know I have a lot of paper. What can I say? Oh look, more paper. But this is all painted paper that still needs to be sorted. Again, just something I'm not currently in the mood to do. My scissors holder, which I will fill today, so let's move that for here, because if we get to it, we're going to start collage today. I probably should plug that in. Here we have scissors. These are large scissors and specialty scissors, so these are more so for 4th or 5th, whose hands are bigger. These are my loop scissors down here, and underneath that is the scrapbooking scissors. So they have special things. erasers of all types, the regular scissors, yarn, string, etc. Specialty kind of markers, so Sharpies, and these are metallic glue sticks, which we may end up using for first grade today. I don't know yet. I don't know if I want to make glue containers this early. This is my teacher bin of things, just miscellaneous things. So my sewing needles, I still do. Tiny sanitizer, binder clips that are small, so like these, push pins, erasers, Post-its, flare pens, etc. My other sharpener, the students do not use the pencil sharpener in my room because that's what happens when you put crayons in them. You lose the privilege. This is some other adaptive things. So I have larger pencils. I have a large crayons here. Lefty scissors, loop scissors. This is just mindful boards. These are to make extras. So to put in their sketchbooks, they get to put like coloring pages in them if they want. This is my bin. It has my plates. It has my meds. I wash things like that. Visuals. I should get those out too. That I'll put on my visual chart. Mostly empty binder. This just has some curriculum stuff in it. Other hanging things. Ooh, I could get these out. I bet the kids would like these today. I got a bunch of them too, so. What is happening? Oh my gosh, I feel like a clown there. You know, like those clowns that have, oh my gosh, that have the ribbons that come out from their sleeve. What is happening? This better not be how we're going today. Okay, you know what? Fine, just think about your actions. This is blank white paper in here, just if I have to make copies. It's my copy paper. My sub binder, which if people want to know what's in there, I can tell you, but I don't think you'll really care. This is my everything binder, so it will have finalized seating charts, class lists, etc. I'm not worrying about this until next week, as have my nurses' cards in here, but I'm not worrying about this until next week because we'll have kids that move classes all the time. So once it's in stone, then we'll print it, but until then, no bueno. My most used supplies, so I have our incentive cards for the school, binder clips, staplers, tape, staples under there, paper clips, sanitizer, a timer for 3 minutes, my fridge that has my snackies in it, command center space, my kitties. I'm gonna just not dox my husband here, but he's in this one. And then my friend Sophia and I, Tim, as always, our mascot. Good to see you again. Another year going, good, strong here. And I've got more snacks. Black Lives Matter, of course. Gotta represent my LGBTQ friends, because I'm with you. This is the other side of my desk. What do you want from me? I'm an art teacher. The crap cart, that's what I call that, aka all the crap I don't want to deal with right now. Although I will totally deal with you because you're so cute. My squishy. Yeah, and my water bottle that I left here since Friday accidentally, so that probably smells great. Can't wait to clean that up. And then this is my stuff I need to go through. Those bins at the end are going to deal with some of that over there. So that's why those are there. I'm not going to do it today, obviously, but that's why they're there. So it's a really quick one. Sorry, I'm wearing an apron right now because it says art teacher. I love it, but it also has some identifying information on it that I don't really want to share with you. But shout out to my dad who got it for me as we start our first day. So I'm hoping that kids will recognize who I am when it says art teacher. But yeah, I will be masking regardless of where you fall on that spectrum. Kids have germs. They've had a lot of germs. They've had all summer to collect these germs, and I don't really want them to share them with me. So the first week I will be masking, and then I'm hoping to see how we're doing. I don't know. We might just keep it going. We might just, why not? I don't really feel like getting sick. Anyway, to head out, it is, oh, there's my big forehead, 7:40. Okay, kids start coming in 10 minutes. They're probably already out there, even though it said don't come till 7:50. So, going to get my Starbies. And I'll check in with you some other point. Lunch, maybe the end of the day. I don't know. We'll see. Good luck and bye. All right, checking in. It is lunchtime. I've had 2 classes. Normally I would have had preschool this morning, but since I'm not seeing preschool yet, no preschoolers. Also during this time, normally, I think, let me double check the time. No, they'd be still in lunch. In about a half hour. I would normally be having kindergarten, but kindergarten does not come fully on the first 2 days of school, so I do not see my kindergarten group today. Yes, I am already out of breath. I'm almost at 6,000 steps, which is technically my step goal for the day, so that's how we doing. Eventful first day so far. I've already had one kid. Had a big feelings moment, so that's fun. I'm ready for a nap. It's hard coming back into it when you haven't been doing it. Yeah. So, kids on the first day, I think just about every class is doing the same thing with the exception of my 4th and 5th graders on their first days. The 1st, 2nd, 3rd grade, I'm not going to count kinder because I don't see them yet, we're going through our procedures, just the simple procedures of coming in, turning stuff in, and using materials and leaving the classroom. So lining back up. We practice doing them at different times, and judging on how they're doing, we may have to redo it. We'll probably redo it again next week. You should always just keep redoing it. Sorry, I'm watching. 1st grade is out to recess, and I'm just watching this little group out here because I can't figure out if they're falling or what. Okay, nope. Okay, still good. Sorry. The ADD hits especially when I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So we go through our procedures. We talk about our ART, our class, aka our class rules / not really rules. It's just how you should conduct yourself. I don't really necessarily have rules except for don't hurt people. The end. And then they get a scavenger hunt paper, which they get to use going forward. And that scavenger hunt just has some of the things in it, such as where their seat is, the choice corner, calm corner, trash and tissues, the turn-in bin. I said tissues and immediately my nose started breaking up. Things like that. 1st grade, obviously going to be a lot harder, but it just kind of gets them up and looking around the room and seeing what's where. 3rd grade did pretty well with it, but I still had some kids have some big feelings that after I gave them 5 minutes to do it, they hadn't found everything, and I'm like, that's okay, we're just gonna go through the answers. And they were like, I didn't get to finish, and I'm like, it's okay, it's not graded, it's just for you to use, it's just a map. Which is also, they do mapping in 3rd grade, so it's part of their standards. So the librarian was in here and was like, oh, you're already doing it? And I was like, well, I'm giving them a preview so that they, when they see a map with a compass and such, they'll already have prior knowledge that they can pull from. And again, it keeps them from asking, where's the trash? Where's the sink? Where do I turn this in? Where is the drying rack? It's consult your map. So, and then there has only been 2 minutes left for the end of class before I have them line up, and so I just tell them hey, this is what we're going to be doing for our first project. We're going to be doing collage. I may have zigzagged, and I think Originally I was going to have 4th grade start shading, and I think I'm going to have them do collage actually. Like I'm getting their vibes right now, which is always important to check the vibes. The vibes are a little apprehensive. I don't know if we can dive into that yet. I think that we're still kind of feeling a little unsure. So I think I'm going to give them collage as well, and then we will go to value shading. But yeah, 5th grade will definitely be starting value, and they are going to be doing grid drawings, very simple grid drawings, but grid drawings. And I have their worksheets. I should see if I have all their worksheets ready, but they're going to be doing that. And yeah, so I think that's where we're at. Still feeling okay. Definitely feeling tired though. So check out my pile. You remember my pile from this morning? It's gotten bigger. So isn't that the sign of a good day? Like when the art teacher's desk is overrun. I don't have a desk anymore. That's why my desk is like this, because otherwise it would look like that. So, all right. I already finished my Starbucks drink too, by the way. So I'm out of caffeine, and I still have 4th grade. Help me. Send help.